Chris Hayes from MSNBC's All In with Chris Hayes. Chris, let's get all in on this. Devin Nunes suing Twitter. Is this a new one? I have not heard this before.
It is wild what he's doing. I mean, honestly...
Can't we all sue Twitter?
We can all sue Twitter. Dude, every person I know is like, look at my mentions, dude. Like, what the... Like, yes, welcome to Twitter. People make fun of you.
Exactly. Welcome to the octagon.
Yeah, exactly.
You are going to get your ego ass kicked.
I mean... What is, I mean, at one level, it is hilarious and mockable. At another level, it's profoundly gross in the sense that it's not hyperbole by too much to say the country is almost literally founded on mocking political leaders. I mean, honestly, that's one of the core values of the American Revolution, is mocking King George, and then, once they get their own democratic republic, mocking the people in power then, through pamphlets. The idea...
And putting in writing in the Constitution that it's okay to do that.
That's protected. The idea that a public official would attempt to use the courts as essentially a weapon to discourage what is obviously protected speech against him is gross.
Let's talk about the...
Thank you.
That's very subtle pandering. Very subtle pandering right there.
What?
Right there. All right. Hey, let's talk about George Conway for a second here. No, we've all been waiting.
That is messy.
We've all been waiting for Donald Trump to respond to something that George Conway said. Now he finally did it.
Yeah.
The dam is burst. Donald Trump actually, total loser.
Total loser.
Total loser. Why do you think it took so long? And B, what do you think of his diagnosis?
Well, I don't know why it took so long.
You have to stay objective. You're a newsman.
I'm a newsman.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why it took so long. I'm sort of surprised it did. The diagnosis...
Do you know anything about their relationship? Like, do they have a great relationship? Do you hear the scuttlebutt in D.C.?
Kellyanne Conway and George
Yeah,
George
do you hear
Conway?
anything about that?
I think it's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's honestly bizarre. I mean, I don't know anything about their marriage. I feel like if I were in their friend circle, I would probably be taking them aside to be like, are you guys maybe seeing a counselor, or is there...
Or is this a plan? Or do you think this is a plan in some way so that he gets to be like, I'll play bad cop and you play good cop, or I'm good cop, you're bad cop, depending on what part of the country's looking at us. And when this whole thing's over, in the wash, we're neutral.
I have heard this theory, and I would not put it past anyone in Washington that it is essentially what you're saying. It is the ultimate hedge, that they're on both sides of the bet, that the household has hedged the bet. Kellyanne Conway is all in on Trump. He's all in on the hashtag resistance, and exactly, no matter which way things go, the two of them will be able to sort of skate away. If that is true, they are acting at a level of sociopathy that is like past my... I mean, it's maybe true, but that's like...
Let's talk about our president and white nationalism. And white supremacy.
Yeah.
It would be so easy for him to say white nationalists bad, white supremacy wrong.
Yep.
Why do you think he won't say that?
Because he would alienate his supporters.
But not all of his supporters are white nationalists or white supremacists.
Of course not, no. But
Steve King, yes, for sure.
Yeah, but I think that he, from the beginning of the campaign, when he comes down the escalator and says Mexico's sending rapists, has derived online and in the world a disproportionate share of energy and committed enthusiasm from a relatively small part of the public that is really explicitly white nationalist, that really does think about America as a white ethno-state, white homeland, that really does view people that are not white as explicit threats to their way of life. And that is, whatever the numerical basis of that in his base, it's a serious part of his base. It's some sliver of it that provides some level of energy. And I also think the president actually just has very bigoted views.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think we all.
There are people like
I think
these people get me.
Yeah, like I think the president hates and fears Muslims.
No, he called for an
banning all of them, a billion of them.
all-out ban.
Like I don't think
until we can figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Said, yeah.
I mean, I guess there's always this question about with him is like how much is this pandering and how much this is what he thinks,
and how much does that matter?
And how much does it matter?
Right.
Because I don't think it matters much morally, but in terms of getting to your question about why does he not disavow these people, why did he say there's, they were very fine people chanting, Jews will not replace us the day before white supremacists murdered a young woman in Charlottesville? It's because he views them as some portion of his supporters, which is sort of terrifying and ugly.
Before we go, I got to ask you one more question. You ask a lot of tough questions. I have a tough question for you. What is this?
Oh, no.
Play this, please, Jim.
Nice.
That goes on for a while.
It better go on for a while.
What the hell is going on there? Is that just therapy? What are you doing?
I have been bizarrely tracking my workouts for the last year on Instagram as part of what I call the war on dad bod. I just turned 40 and I got 3 kids and I'm just trying to keep it tight. Trying to keep it tight. It's a cutthroat business, Stephen.
That was the kind of honest answer I expect
right.
from a town hall.
That's right.
Well, All In with Chris Hayes airs weeknights on MSNBC. That's Chris Hayes, everybody. He's keeping it tight. We'll be right back with the star of Tim Burton's Dumbo, Nico Park.